How we approach life's challenges shapes our success or failure. A positive mental attitude opens us to possibilities and solutions, helping us stay focused and optimistic, while a negative attitude blinds us to opportunities and keeps us stuck. Your mindset can either drive you forward or hold you back. This is clearly seen in the story of James Carter, a man who rose from poverty to build an empire by changing his mindset. James Carter, the eldest of 5 children born to a sharecropper family in rural Mississippi, started working in the fields alongside his father at a very young age. Like most of the families in their community, they lived in poverty, with no expectation of change. However, James was different from the others. He had a remarkable mother, Mary Carter, who refused to accept the family's harsh circumstances as their fate. James, she would often say, "We aren't poor because of God. We are poor because no one in our family has ever truly wanted to be anything else. Your father is content with just getting by, but you don't have to be. You can achieve more if you want it enough." Her words planted a seed in James's mind, making him realize that the key to change was desire. He began to develop a burning passion for success, focusing on what he wanted rather than dwelling on the things he lacked. James knew that if he could identify what he truly wanted, he would recognize the opportunities to achieve it when they appeared. He decided that selling something would be the fastest way to start making money, so he chose to sell shoes. For 10 long years, he went door to door selling shoes to anyone willing to buy. He saved every penny, always keeping his eyes fixed on his bigger goal, to own his own business. One day, James learned that the shoe company he worked for was up for sale. The price was $100,000, but he had only managed to save $20,000. Despite the odds, he negotiated with the owner to give him 10 days to raise the remaining $80,000, or he would lose his $20,000 deposit. James sought help from every contact he had made during his years as a salesman, securing loans from friends, business acquaintances, and local lenders. By the 10th day, he had raised $70,000, but he was still $10,000 short. Feeling out of options, James knelt down in prayer late one night asking for guidance. He asked God to give him a sign. He then decided to drive down Main Street in his town, promising himself that the first light he saw from a business still open would be his answer. Around midnight, he noticed a light on in a small accounting office. He walked in and found an accountant he knew only slightly. Without hesitation, James made his bold pitch. "Would you like to make $1,000? he asked. The accountant was intrigued by his confidence and agreed to hear him out. James explained his business plan, his vision for the future, and the people who had already backed him. By the end of the conversation, the accountant wrote him a check for $10,000. James now had enough to buy the shoe company. With the business secured, James's success didn't stop there. Over time, he expanded his empire to include several other ventures, including a clothing line, a small chain of retail stores, and even a local newspaper. When asked about the secret to his success, he always referred back to his mother's wisdom. "We are poor not because of God, but because no one in our family ever desired to be anything more." James also carried with him an invisible talisman, marked with the words positive mental attitude on one side and negative mental attitude on the other. He understood that when he kept his positive mental attitude facing up, things started to happen. It was as though his positive mindset attracted opportunities and turned his dreams into reality. He believed deeply in the power of knowing exactly what you want. If you know what you want, he would say, you're more likely to recognize it when you see it. Whether you're reading a book, meeting new people, or walking down the street, you'll find ways to get closer to your goal. James's story illustrates that success is a matter of choice. He started life with fewer advantages than most, but he set a big goal for himself and pursued it with relentless determination. Whether you aim to become wealthy like James, discover a new element in science, create a masterpiece of art, or simply live a love-filled, happy life, success is within reach if you choose to chase it with a positive mental attitude. With a positive mental attitude, you attract the good and desirable things in life. With a negative mental attitude, you repel them. James's journey is a reminder that the choice is yours. Whether you succeed or fail depends largely on your mindset and your willingness to keep pushing toward your goals. Are you ready to elevate your mindset? By subscribing, you'll gain access to a wealth of knowledge designed to empower you in every aspect of life. Don't miss out. Join our community and start your journey today.